6 reasons why the Japanese aren't having babies. The island country with the world's third longest life expectancy has an increasing aging population, with the median age being 47 years and more than 50,000 people over 100. On the other hand, as far as the younger natives are concerned, things are looking grim for Japan, the problem being a steady decline in the number of babies born each year. As of the year 2014, it was reported that the country saw a record low of 1 million births in contrast to 1.3 million deaths. As the overall number of Japanese people continues to fall and ratios of senior citizens get higher, the country faces financial burdens in accommodation of the elderly and lack of young workforce. Experts have even predicted a possible extinction of the Japanese race in the near future. Here are some possible reasons why the Japanese aren't having babies. Number 1. The celibacy syndrome. One of the obvious reasons why enough babies aren't being made? Enough people aren't having sex. Known in Japanese as Sakusu Shinai Shokugan, it is a hypothesis put forward by unknown members of the Japanese media. The celibacy syndrome refers to the decline in sexual activity and lack of desire for sexual relationships among the Japanese youth. The Family Planning Association of Japan reported the results of a survey which proved the lack of interest in having sex among the Japanese. From the 1,134 people who participated, as many as 49% of the participants between 16 and 49 years of age claimed not to have had sex in a month. When asked about the reason for the lack of sex, the main blame was given to work fatigue, little interest in sex, or the bothersome nature of the act, according to some women. Another Japanese Population Center report from 2011 found 27% of Japanese men and 23% of the ladies to be uninterested in getting into a romantic relationship. Moreover, 61% of the males and 49% of females between 18 and 34 years of age were found to be single. In the same age group, 36% of the gentlemen and 39% of the ladies claimed to be virgins. Some stereotypical people generalize that an increasing number of Japanese kids are geeks addicted to technology with no time for real-life relationships or commitment. Number 2. Kids are expensive. In a country as advanced as Japan, the cost of raising a child is pretty high. The skyrocketing prices of common childcare services such as preschool or daycare is a further problem in having a baby. Although the Japanese government has taken a number of steps in hopes of improving the steadily declining birth rates, they have yet to see a significant positive effect from their efforts. As it is, finances may be a major part of not having kids, but there's evidently more to the story. Number 3. Stress at work. Stuck in a practice where they allow their employers to suck every last ounce of productivity from them, the Japanese are committed hard workers at the workplace. The long hours work culture even has some employees leaving very early in the morning and coming home around midnight. You can have an idea of their dire need for rest or a break by the fact that companies have started encouraging workers to take naps during office hours in order to increase their performance. Although Japanese employers do offer annual leaves like any regular company, the workaholic nature of employees has resulted in the leaves hardly being used. When considering to take a day off, they fear the criticism of their colleagues and not seeming committed enough to their jobs. Such stress at work is blamed for a large number of deaths and suicides each year. As it is, the rate of suicides in Japan is quite high compared to other countries. Where such a work schedule exists, time for an actual social or family life is largely compromised, as the drained human beings generally tend to sleep rather than engage in intercourse after a long day. Number 4. Career-oriented woman. With growing numbers of literate females and women working to establish an independent career for themselves, marriage and babies are not high on the priority list for many. Japanese society also pretty much requires women to choose either a career or have a family, with criticism reserved for those who dare to choose both. In Japan's male-dominant society, the notion of men being the providers and women caring for the kids at home is still quite common, which may be the reason for so many women not willing to get bound with marriage and kids. Number 5. Social attitudes. According to a survey by Fisher, there is a 25% possibility of a woman in her early 20s staying unmarried for life, and a 40% chance that she would never have kids. Japanese society tends to criticize women who are married and working. They give them the name oniyomi, or devil wives. Reportedly, the population survey in charge for Japan has advised women to stay home and breed. Such a demanding attitude toward women has led to many preferring the single life and choosing to stay independent. Number 6. The fantasy world of Japanese men. Japan's technological advance has apparently not spared any aspect of life. Love Plus, a dating simulator, has received high popularity among Japanese men, with many taking solace in the digital girlfriends it has to offer. These women can be programmed according to the player's wishes and offer kisses when they're pleased and smacks when insulted. Many have gone as far as taking these characters to real dates. In such a scenario where these fantasy perfect girlfriends exist, of course a real-life relationship cannot come close to matching their standards. However, there is obviously one thing these virtual girlfriends can't offer: sex and babies. As more of the Japanese youth become absorbed in manga, anime, and computers, the desire for sex, babies, and real-life relationships continues to decline steadily. With the high cost of living and the stressful work life, it is no surprise that the Japanese prefer not to complicate things further by having babies, which would automatically increase their responsibilities.